guys, I'm back with another Pilates on the go, a mini class, and today it is dedicated to shoulders and upper back. Alright, so we're going to start with a very simple warm-up. So bring your hands on top of your shoulders and we're going to make some circles, about 6 to 8 of them. And then you can reverse it, just to get some blood circulation going, especially if you haven't really worked out and it's early in the morning. So you want to get some lubrication on in your shoulders. And then we're going to come into our all fours. Spread the fingers out. So you want to create as much stability for your shoulders by really spreading the fingers out and keeping in 90 degrees between your index finger and the thumb. This helps to really stabilize the back, the shoulders, and we're going to just begin rocking forward and back into your hands. So just get the wrist a little warmed up before we start to push too much weight into them. So think about gripping the mat with your fingertips and knuckles and start to put some of that weight into your wrists and start by making some circles. So just getting some of the other angles and corners in the wrists, just exploring different angles and other way around. Right. And then stabilize. In the center, we are in neutral spine position. Now, in neutral spine, our spine is not arching, it's not rounding, it's the natural shape of the spine. We're going to do something called shoulder retraction and retraction. So, in which the shoulder blades are going to draw in towards each other as we inhale. We let the chest drop between the arms. And as we exhale, we push the mat away, resisting. So now you're creating space between the shoulder blades. This helps to mobilize the shoulder blades and create more mobility, especially when we start doing planks and downward facing dog. These really help. And also it helps to develop strength. So you're just going to let the chest drop between your arms. This is retraction of the shoulder blades. And then protraction is when you're pushing the shoulders away from you, so you're lengthening. And retraction as you inhale, protraction as you exhale. Keeping the abdominals gently engaged, and the rest of the spine is unaffected by what's happening in the shoulder blades area. So the rest of the spine is in neutral position, it's just the upper spine. And once you've done this, we come into something called a puppy stretch. So you're going to keep your toes stuck and pull the hips back towards your heels and get your arms to lengthen forward. So really pushing into your fingertips and push the hips back all the way back towards your heels. You will also drop your forehead on the mat. And here you're trying to bring your hips as far away as possible from your arms. Your hands are lengthening, your arms are lengthening forward, and you're pulling your hips back. Now we can begin to explore puppy stretch over here. So this is more like a modified puppy stretch. You want more stretch for your shoulders and your upper back. You could also shift your weight into your hands. So keep the knees right underneath the hips and walk your hands away from your shoulders. So this is going to be a more intense and deeper stretch. So I would advise, so be careful when you're going into puppy stretch, especially get your abdominals engaged even before you get into the puppy stretch. Keep the abdominals engaged as you stretch here. And if you want to make it even more intense, you can get your chest to completely drop into the mat. This could be very intense for you, so try and understand at which level you are in and accordingly modify. And slowly push away from the mat, sit back in your child's pose, take the pressure off your shoulders and just gently rocking side to side. So coming to your orthos again, we're going to take the left arm underneath the right and bring the left shoulder down into the mat. Again, this is a very simple stretch to bring in almost every day for your shoulder blades, for your shoulders, for the health of your shoulders. Thread the needle. Take the left arm out, take your right arm underneath the left, bring the right shoulder down. Push into your hands, take your right arm out, come into your all-fours. And now we're going to bring the forearms down into the mat. So your elbows are right underneath the shoulders. And from there, you can also interlace your fingers so that this actually gives you more stability. From there, you're going to lift your hips up and you're coming into a dolphin stretch. So in case your hamstrings are tight and you're not able to bring your heels down all the way, you can soften your knees a little bit and focus on pushing your chest towards your thighs. So try to keep your shoulders behind your elbows. And you can start to walk your feet towards the back of the mat and come into your forearm plank. In forearm plank, try to keep your heels stacked right over your toes. Keep your kneecaps engaged by lifting up. Keep the back of the knees extended. Keep your tailbone tucked underneath and lower abdominals fully in. And again, rock the feet back to your dolphin. Remembering to keep the chest towards the thighs and the shoulders behind the elbows. And slowly bring the knees down into the mat. Sit the hips back in your child's pose. And coming to your all-fours. Keep the toes tucked underneath and down. So push the hips up. Push your chest towards your thighs. Soften your knees if you need to soften the knees so that your hamstrings are protected. And then on your exhale, hover the knees on the mat. And hold. Exhale, lift up to your down dog. And hover the knees. And drop the knees down all the way down to the mat. Take a quick child's pose. Roll yourself up. And we'll finish with a simple stretch. You're going to cross your right arm in front and pull with your left. And switch. Left arm in front, pull with your right. So that's it for today. So these are some of the most simple exercises that I can think of. And if you think you want to do all of them together, you could put all of them together like I did. Or you could take just two of them and work on them. Let me know if you like this video, and if you do, please do share it with your friends and family whoever you know